Hello viewers, and welcome to another video, just a quick impromptu video. I realised the other day that it's been a year since I started collecting loose action figures. It started off with Star Wars figures, the originals from 1977 to 1985, and then obviously things escalated from there. So let's take a closer look and see where I've gotten to up to now. Well, it started off with the original 12 here, which I had a few years already. I think the only one I was actually missing, I thought I had, was that R2-D2, because it turns out I had the one with the pop-up scope. That was actually came out in the second wave for Empire Strikes Back. So it started off with the original 12, and then obviously I went by the card and had a look on the back to see what was available and started searching. Some of my figures are damaged. Guido there is missing his antenna. Missing a couple. I forget which one I'm missing in between there actually. Oh, it was the that guy there in blue, taller version. I've forgotten his name. I'll pop pictures up as I go along. Most of mine are missing their accessories, unfortunately. Sometimes the accessories go for more than the actual figures themselves. A couple of variants there. Two Princess Leia's there from Cloud City. One's got like a turtleneck on and one hasn't. Obviously one's missing a cape. Two different Landos there, one with white teeth and one with no painted teeth. That there, the Death Star drawer, is one of my favourites actually. I've got a couple of Ugnaughts there. I think they came with two different variants in the capes. Again, I don't have the capes yet. It's been a lot of fun collecting these. It took me a while to get Princess Leia in Boss Disguise there. It took me a while to get her helmet. I think I paid about £11 for that on its own. Another Stormtrooper there. Those two figures there, the Ewok and Anakin Skywalker, they're the only two I have from the last wave, which is quite hard to find. When you do find them on eBay, they go for quite a lot of money, more than I'm certainly willing to pay. Now there is somebody out there called Stan Solo at this moment in time who makes custom figures, and they're not just single resin casts either. They're fully articulated just like the originals. In fact, some of them actually look better than the originals. I'm actually tempted to buy a couple and see what they're physically like, and I may complete my collection with those. Fortunately, Princess Leia's missing a helmet and a belt. As I say, I'm not a completist really. I don't mind that the accessories are missing, and I know that I'm never going to completely have them, not unless I spend an arm and a leg. Some of the prices that they go for, it is quite ridiculous. So that's those. Sorry for the shaky camera work. Once I completed that collection, I started collecting the Episode 1 figures. Episode 1 is actually one of my favourite films out of the prequels. I know it has its down points, but it was still excellent for us back in the day in 1999 to see Star Wars on the big screen again. This is the ComTalk collection. These had a little chip and you had a reader with it basically. You could place the chip onto and it would read back lines from the movies and sound effects. I don't have them all loose, just have a selection here, but I do have them all carded now. I will do a separate video on that one day showing all the carded variants and all the figures I have. You can get these quite plentifully easily on eBay now. Some of them are quite hard to get hold of. That droid there, and oh God, I forgot the name. The Silver Protocol droid, I've forgotten its name. But some of these are quite nice actually. The detailing's great. And then I started collecting the A-Team figures. What I like about the A-Team figures, this is the time period when action figures started having more points of articulation. The only downside is the torso is connected to the waistband on an elastic band, which does perish over time, but it is an easy fix. Strangely enough, the bad guys there for the A-Team were all fixed figures. They only had 5 points of articulation, which I thought was rather odd. Now we've got some Terrorhawks figures. Another Jerry Anderson TV series from the 80s, early 80s, I think it was about 1982. Not a great series, but it had its good points. I'm missing the Lady Commander, I've forgotten her name, and Sergeant Zero with his Oppo. Missing those two, or three. Forget what those figures are from now. I found those loose in charity shops along with that one, but the rest of these you'll recognise as G.I. Joes from the mid-80s. Some real childhood memories here for me because I'd actually completely forgotten about these. It wasn't until I started looking on eBay just action figures loose that they cropped up and all those childhood memories of nostalgia washed back. And the movie The Black Hole, they did an action figure line as well. Some of these are quite hard to get hold of actually, especially the humanoid figure. That's incredibly hard to find here in the UK, and when it does turn up it goes for hundreds. That figure there, I think it's a Tiger Man from Buck Rogers. Again, that range was articulated, along with the Black Hole figures here. And then we have some Battlestar Galactica figures. Daggett there is missing his tail, unfortunately, but it has it's very thin and breaks off quite easily. There's two versions of that out there, a lighter colour along with this one here. Adama and Buck are missing their capes, unfortunately. And that Cylon I have there should be chrome gold. They did two of it, a chrome gold one and a silver chrome one. Unfortunately, that one there's been hand painted, and I didn't realise that when I bought it. And the seller didn't tell me that it had been repainted. A bit disappointing, but one of those things. And here we have the motion picture Star Trek figures. These came out in '79. I think there was 3 waves of these. This is pretty much the first wave, which is very hard, very easy to come by on eBay. But the second and third waves are very hard to find here in England. Again, when they do turn up, they go for an incredible amount of money. So I don't think I'll ever own those. And then last but not least, we've got the Space Precinct characters here from the live action Jerry Anderson TV series, and I think it was 1991 that was made. The last Jerry Anderson TV series. Featuring a space precinct. I forget the names now. I've got a robot there, a couple of baddies at the back, and then you've got the police guys here. I've got quite a few of their weapons actually, which is unusual. Usually they're quite hard to find. Then at the top here, another space precinct vehicle. It's got a Jar Jar fish on the back there. Oh, that character there is from Ben 10. It's like a steampunk character. I'm into steampunk, so I bought that just for that reason. Some nondescript figures there. He-Man figures, Beastman, Adam and Skeletor. And there you've got the Max Rebo's band. Unfortunately missing the microphone stands and instruments. Again, these are quite hard to get hold of. Every figure I see of the blue guy in the middle is always faded. That figure there, that's a not a reproduction, that's in the Hasbro range. It came out in the 90s. Again, that's really hard to find in the first wave. Luke there again from the Hasbro range without his helmet. I think I got that loose for £1 somewhere on a charity stall. And a few accessories there and vehicles. Well, those 2 Cylons there, I bought those quite recently. I'm not sure who they're made by. And then just quickly, got a Jabber at the top there with his throne. That's very hard to find complete actually. I ended up buying quite a few parts trying to complete one up together, and in the end I just ended up paying out quite a large sum of money just to get it complete. Well, I say a large sum of money, I think it was about 60 quid. So at this time that's not too bad. Sometimes it can go for 100 or more. And there you have it, that's my loose action figure collection at this moment in time in 2022. Kind of running out of things now to collect with this kind of stuff. I've started looking at the weapons and accessories, but as I say, some just go for stupid money. If you watch my channel regularly, you may have seen the Goodwill Hunting episode I did where I found a box of random accessories in a Lego box, and I got quite a few accessories. I even managed to complete my AT-AT. Well, I think that's just about it for this video. As always, thanks for watching, and until next time, I'll be seeing you.